Hello everyone, welcome to Vigilant Driving School. Today we are going to talk about turning left from minor to major road and major to minor road. As we previously discussed about open and closed junctions, so today we're going to talk about how we're going to approach towards the end of the junction and going to turn left, whether we're going from minor to major or major to minor road. So if you remember, when we started our topics, we covered some routines. Like for moving off, we covered the POM routine, and for pull up, we covered MSM routine as well. Similarly, we're going to cover another routine today in order to make our left turns. So, the routine we are covering today, we call it MSPSGL. So mirror, signal, position, speed, gear, and look. So if you're driving a manual car, so you will think about the gear in it. But if you're driving an automatic car, so then it's mirror, signal, position, speed, look. So because of the manual car, you will add the G in it: mirror, signal, position, speed, gear, and look. So this is a routine we follow when we are approaching towards a junction to make our junction more effective, our turn more effective and safe. Once we get in habit of doing these routines, our driving standard improves, our safety measures improving as well. So let's start, and I will take you again to the book or the visual picture, so to explain you more how we do these steps. So let's move to the book now. Okay, so let's have a look. So here we have a junction here, which is kind of a closed junction with the give way. So what we're gonna do in order to making a left turn onto this road, we're gonna follow our routine of mirror, signal, position, speed, gear, and look. So if you have a look, we are on a minor road and we are going to enter into a major road and we're making a left turn. So the first thing we need to do is start the routine with mirrors. Which mirrors we're going to look first in order to turn left? Center left mirror. So we look our center rear view mirror and the left mirror, and then what we do, signal. S stand for signal. Which signal? Left signal. And how early we are supposed to signal? Approximately from 5 to 6 car distance. So a car distance is approximately around 4 meter. So if you think about it, it's about 20 to 24-meter distance from the give way line. You will use your signal. If there is a turning before that give way line and within 5 to 6 cars, you can delay your signal, because if you signal when there is a turning in between here, you might confuse somebody who's coming out of that road. It will be a bit confusing, so we will delay it. If there is no turning, we keep our standard practice of using signal timing of 5 to 6 cars when we're turning left, and then we take our position. So our position for left turn will remain in the middle or slightly middle right. We're going to keep our car away from the curb. So at the end, when we are turning, we are not going to hit the curb there on the corner. So once we have done the position, we have to do speed. So speed is equal to braking. So you start slowing down your car as you are approaching to the junction. Because the view is closed, we may have to fully stop before we go out. So we have to gradually reduce our speed by using the braking. If you was driving an automatic car, you would have just come to a full stop with the braking and then have a look. But because if you're driving a manual car, you have to drop your gear as well. So if it's a closed view junction and you're expecting to stop there, so you have to drop your gear to gear 1, so first gear. So that's your gear part. And when you're stopping at the giveaway line, you have to make sure you're not stopping facing 12 o'clock position. You have to stop in a diagonal angle facing your car 10 o'clock position, and that makes your turn easy. The reason we keep this center right position and a diagonal angle at the end, because we want to turn into lane A, which belongs to us, and lane B is for the traffic going in the other direction. When we're turning left, we want to avoid hitting the curb and touching the center line. If you stop in a diagonal angle, it makes it easier for you to turn and finish in your lane without touching that line and without hitting the curb on the left. So that's why we are taking that slightly left angle of 10 p.m. when we are stopping. As we stop there, what we're going to do is we're going to look to right and left. If it's a crossroad, you look ahead as well. And when you're looking there, you are doing LADA, L-A-D-A, which means look, assess, decide, and act. So look at the situation, read it well, make your assessment, and then make your decision and act on it. So every time you are approaching towards the junction, this is the routine you are following. I'm just going to repeat that: mirror, signal, position, speed, gear, and look. Mirror, center left, signal left, position, center right, speed, braking, gear 1, stopping in a diagonal angle, look left and right and ahead, assess the situation, and make your decision on the basis of your observation. So this is how we are doing a left turn from minor to major road. Okay, and now we are going to understand how we're going to turn left from major to minor road. So if you look around, it's the same method. We're following the same routine of mirror, signal, position, speed, gear, and look. So we are on a major road and we're going into the minor road. So what are we doing? We're checking center left mirror, signal left, position center or center right of your lane, speed, braking, and gear. This time, because we're going from major to minor, we normally are not expecting to stop. So ideal gear to turn into minor road from major is second gear. And ideal speed would be somewhere between 6 to 11 miles per hour. That's a suitable speed for second gear if you're turning into the road. So if the road you are on is not very narrow, it's a reasonable size, and the road you're turning in is also not tight or restricted, second gear is best gear to turn in. But if the road you are on is narrow and the one you are going in to turn is also narrow or restricted, ideal speed will be 4 to 5 miles per hour and gear will be first. You're going to make sure you're turning within your lane. There will be double yellow line on this corner. So you're making sure you're turning in between the yellow line and this white line. If there are cars there, like such as here, you will never go there. So when there is no car, mostly people are turning casually and cutting these corners. So we are not supposed to cut this corner and touch this line when we cut turning in. We have to be disciplined, always entering in our lane, unless there are any restrictions or a vehicle blocking your way, and then you have to go around. So we're going to make a habit of not cutting the corners. We always assume there is a car, even if there is not. So this is how we are approaching turn left from major to minor. Always making a good approach towards your junction, not too fast and not too slow that you are holding the traffic behind. Always following your routine nicely, mirror, signal, position, speed, gear, look. If it's a narrow road, drop to first gear. If it's not, and you are in third, you get into second gear. Bring your speed anywhere between 6 to 11, and you can nicely turn into this road, and you will have no problem. So this is how we will turn from major to minor. So this is how we are doing our left turns from minor to major road and major to minor road. We just need to make sure we're following our routine. If we're following our routine, we will never have problem. We're never missing anything. We're never missing our mirror checks. We're never missing our signal. We are never approaching too fast. We are always thinking about gears, and we are always doing good observation before we go out. So this is how you're going to drive and turn left according to the test standard. This is nothing something which you can just do when you want. It's a habit to develop and it needs practice. So whenever now you are doing the driving and you want to practice these turns, just follow these routines and you will be fine. So thank you very much for watching. We will be covering in our next topic how to do the right turns and how to do the hill starts as well. So stay tuned, keep watching, share it, like it, subscribe it, and keep watching. Thank you very much.